Hey, what's up everybody? It's Clyde from Mainly Hikes. This is going to be our second review of the Tarptent Double Rainbow. We put about 800 miles on the tent, on the trail, and we have a horrible video that people like apparently, but here's a better review, you know, after we've used it for 800 miles, our likes and dislikes of the tent, pretty much how it functions. This is the way we've typically used it. This is also a freestanding tent. You can use your trekking poles to stand it up. But we found while we've been hiking, it's better to just put the pegs in the ground and use it this way. Also, when it's not raining, it's nice to have the side flaps open like we have it now. We'll run around to the other side. This is also another way we prefer to have it. It's nice, you can keep this thing pegged out and you can have this open for let some air in, and then if it does start raining, you can just whip the door open real fast. You can undo this here and you can zip this closed. So, and we know pretty much what it comes down to is one of the bigger problems you'll have with this tent is condensation. It does have a condensation thing on the inside, and we'll show you that when we hop inside. But so it's nice to have the doors open. Try to let everything air out when you have a chance, when it's not raining or wet. I know we've packed this tent up a lot of times soaking wet. From a smell standpoint, it doesn't stink because it's still nylon, so nylon naturally doesn't smell bad. So your tent's not going to stink. I guess that's one benefit. We haven't torn anything yet either. I think for the most part it's waterproof, other than condensation problems. We haven't had any real problems with the tent leaking or tearing. We're pretty abusive on it. We've set it up on top of sticks and rocks and stuff. We try our best to clear a spot, but yeah, I guess one of the other good things too, these pegs here are actually pretty nice. I got one right here. They're Easton aluminum pegs. This one's been a little abused, but they go in the ground pretty nice, and then you can use your feet to just push them into the ground. So that is nice. You just push it in, get it right in there. Yeah, this is the one little, something happened here. We got a little ripped rope, but I think that covers about everything out here. Oh, I guess one thing here. These things clip like this, but we were noticing it was making it hard to zip the door open and closed. This is for like weather, so it doesn't blow up this and blow in, but for now we have them unhooked. Seems to work fine. There's a couple hurricane straps out here. I don't know where you're going to be tenting if you need a hurricane strap, but so far we haven't had any problems. I know I've seen a couple people too, they'll cut this center pole out and not use the bag, but I prefer to just use the bag that it came with. And this is a good guesstimate on how to fold it. That's about the width the tent needs to be when you finally fold it. I guess we'll go inside now. Ooh. So, we have it here inside. There's plenty of room for 2 people. This is the rain guard up here. And then it just clips in, those pegs all the way around. A little candy wrapper. This one's important here too. It's going to look like it's always being stressed. The thing that we've found help is once you set the ridge pole up, if you pull it in, it'll loosen up the tension here for the center. If you have this one unhooked, it'll be sagging down like this, and then when it does rain, all the rain will come in. So this thing is, we haven't ripped them yet, but it looks like it's always going to have a lot of stress on it, but so far we haven't ripped it yet. I guess one of the things, couple of things here, is it's got these little side pockets. They might get annoying, depending on how you're laying, they might be annoying and flapping you in the face. We usually stuff them up above the rain shield like this, just to keep them out of our face. Then also there's no place to hang a light, so we've just kind of hooked it around. Since we have this rain guard in here, you can use the hook up here to hook like a light, so you can hang it up and see what you're doing while you're in the tent.
Plenty of headroom.
There's plenty of headroom.
Sit up pretty good.
The both of us can sit up in here pretty well. If you look down here near our feet, You can see that our pads are pushed up and there's enough room for my head. It's also, if you are desperate and it's downpouring, you can put your packs in there. I have an Osprey Atmos 65. I have a big pack. And then Zach's got the 58 Exos. I think
Yeah,
that's what it's
I
called.
mean, we put our packs in there.
Yeah, we can stuff
several
our
times.
full packs in there, no problem. So, Ted's got plenty of room. It's nice and airy when you have the things open. It will get hot in here if you're cooking, or if there's if it's really damp, it'll feel a little uncomfortable. That's the one downfall of having the no-see-um bug mesh, is when the doors are closed, the condensation really stays in here. So we take an opportunity to keep the doors open and really air it out when we can. But
I guess also to note, like when it's raining really hard, you just have this thing stretched out, the splash will definitely come out underneath, so you can kind of just loosen this up a bit and then just move this closer, the peg closer, and then tighten this little rope down, which
the one thing about that
you can do right now.
Yeah.
So you pretty much,
if you bring the peg all the way in like this, you won't be able to get both sides tight. So what we usually do is we'll have the door side tight, like this.
yeah.
And then you'll have a little flap here. So you got something like this. The door side is tight. And trying to keep these sides off the mesh will help keep some of that condensation out.
Any cons about the tent that we don't like?
I know. So the one feature we haven't showed you at all is the porch. We tried using it a couple times in the beginning, and in reality, it makes it hard to get in and out of the tent. You got to have trekking poles and extra pegs. They don't give you enough pegs with the tent when you buy it. So the porch feature we don't really use
I mean,
at all.
it's only nice on a nice day like today.
I like having it like this with this one open. At least you have half a flap. We shove your shoes under here when they're wet. That way you're not putting them in the tent. Quick and easy setup. Like I said, one thing we figured is once you get it set up, just move these poles in a little bit and it'll relieve some tension on this strap here. We usually leave these things loose. If you leave these things tight and then try to take the pole in and out, you won't be able to do it. So, I think that's everything. I mean, the tent could be better.
I mean, we haven't got soaked in it, which is probably the main part.
That's
So
the one thing. The condensation is the worst part. It would be nice if it kind of sloped out more, so that the condensation got thrown out past your head, not dripping on you during the day.
it takes us, 2 minutes to set up, so it's quick and easy.
Setup. Like I said, we usually use it as with the pegs instead of freestanding, but you can use it freestanding. It's just really loose when you do that.
Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to set the tent up basically with the pole version. We already have one side set up over here. That's what it looks like when it's finished. Clyde's going to show you pretty much how to set it up with the pole on this side.
So for this, you're going to want some long poles. At least 140s. I'd say 145s probably would be even better. They do make an adapter, but so you extend your pole out as max as you can because you want the tent to be tight. With a short pole, it's not fun. So this thing, and this is why I said you want these things loose, because this is going to be tight. And you got to get it in this little hole here. And then I usually put this in with the strap to the inside. It seems to keep it from popping out. And this bad boy goes in the other one.
Yeah, make sure the pole goes underneath it.
There's a little strap, yeah. You can put this in behind, and then you strap that up. And that's about it. Now you have a nice freestanding tent. Like I said, this is probably, if it's rocky, this is where you're going to be setting it up like this. So the downfall, if you're using it like this, you're probably in somewhere rocky, so you're not going to be able to peg these side flaps out. So they'll probably be useless. But the nice thing about this too is you can just do this and pick the tent up and set it down wherever you want.
Any cons to using the poles? I mean,
I think the biggest con to using the poles is the tent's a little more slack. You can really cinch it down when you have pegs. The poles want to flex, so I guess that's the biggest con. Other than that, I mean, the couple times we used it, I usually put some pegs in anyway, just to make it more secure. Because, like it said, the sides want to come in. So if it's raining, that you might get some water in there.
It's basically that's like the quick and easy setup. If you don't want to put the poles in.
Yeah, if you want to just get the tent up quick or easy, or you camping on top of a rocky mountain, you know, you have the opportunity to do something like that.